If you hear any bells ringing, it's because Pawnee is playing, because he does that. It's incredible. So I really wanted to record a video letter for you for your birthday, and I have a whole bunch of random footage of me like walking around, doing my life, just randomly talking into my phone. YOLO. But there was like no central narrative, right? And that bothered me. And I'm sure you, being the lovely soul that you are, wouldn't have noticed or wouldn't have cared, but it bothered me. But inspiration finally struck, and I have your narrative. I'm gonna tell you 25 things that I love about my cat. He's under my desk, completely oblivious that I'm about to do this. Fool. And it is, on top of that, your 25th birthday. So 25 things that I love about my cat. Sometimes he looks over when I do that. Okay, so I'm wearing this because I got this on my Shatford, like, not orientation, what's the word? Initiation. Shatford initiation headband right here. And you are my sister, and you are my sister both by blood. This means blood now. So both by blood and by Shatford, even though that building no longer exists, and I'm fine with that. One of the first things I love about Pawnee is how insanely smart he is. Like, we play with this, like, it's like a feather tied to like a fishing line, like a fishing rod with fishing line, and he like knows that the feather is on a string, and so a lot of times he won't like just pounce at the feather in the bell, he'll also pounce at like the line and try and bite the line. And I'm just like, you're so incredibly smart, you know I'm trying to trick you. I can't. He's also the sweetest cat ever. Like, legitimately. So even though he's still really skittish of me, anytime that I approach him, like, never once has he hissed at me or tried to bite or scratch me. Ever. And this is even from like day one, before we had made all the progress that we're at now, almost 2 weeks in. Also, like, there have been a couple times when I've brought some of the other cats into the room so that they can meet and maybe become best friends. Let's just say he's been hissed at, and even then he has not retaliated in kind. He just kind of looks at me like, save me. But he doesn't hiss, he doesn't attack, and it's incredible. He's such a sweetheart, and I love him. Dude, oh, he really doesn't like it when I sit on or near his bed, because sometimes I do that so he can like learn to associate me with like relaxation and also get used to my scent. And he just does not appreciate that at all. He just kind of glares at me until I get up and walk away. He eats very healthy. I have that on my list twice. It's okay, I can come up with another thing. I love him so much. There are some cats that you can't leave food out all day because they're just gonna like eat it and they don't have any portion control. That is not the case with him, because there are some days where frankly I am gone for 12 hours just because work, class, small group, church, what have you. I'm gone for a really long time, and I know like how much to leave him, and I know like some days there'll even be a little bit left over, so I know he's not just like gobbling it all up and making himself sick. So kind of like in tangent with that is he is really good at being hydrated. I have to refill his water all the time, which is not the case with other cats in my house, and it wasn't the case with Nala, and I was always like freaking out about how much hydration they're getting, but not with him. With him, I know he's getting plenty, and he really likes to be annoying when I am encountered in a peaceful moment. Like, if I'm not looking at him, if I'm really engaged in what I'm doing, he loves to start meowing. Sometimes he'll come up on the bed, but like not all the time because I still scare him a little bit. But like, he just loves to annoy me when I'm in like a tranquil moment. Sophia. He does not like it when I pet or kiss his head. Yeah, he just doesn't like that. We're at a point now where, you know, he eats out of my hand, which full disclosure, I hate wet cat food. It is absolutely disgusting, and I cannot wait until we are at the part of his training where it's no longer necessary for me to do that because he lets me love him regardless. But anyway, so he'll eat out of my hand, and we're also at a point now where so like I lead him up onto my lap when he eats, and like we're at a point now where every meal time, regardless of whether or not I have made him tired by playing beforehand, he will let me pet him. And it's just a lovely moment. But within that, he absolutely despises it. I mean, in general, he doesn't like when I pet him yet. But he hates it when I like pet his head, or like one time I tried to kiss the top of his head and just absolutely not. That was a non-starter. Don't do that. He's just like this perfect blend of cautious and curious. Like he has this insatiable curiosity and he really wants to explore everything. And I feel like he's going to be really excited when we're at the point where I can let him out of my room. But for now, he's really excited about things, and he loves learning, and he loves like pouncing on things, and it's just adorable. But within that, he's really good at making sure that what he's doing is safe, and like he doesn't just like, he's not reckless about it, you know. He's not like, I'm gonna jump on this thing without knowing if it can support me. He like tests things out, and then he's like, okay, now I'm gonna jump on all your things. This may shock you. I know you know a lot about me, but something that I don't think you quite realize is that I love show tunes, and I love to listen to them loud and proud, just belt it out there. And he puts up with that. Case in point, Newsies, the original Broadway cast about a year ago came back to do like a performance that they filmed, and that movie, so like it's like a professionally recorded Broadway show. It's incredible. They need to do this for all the shows. But so then this movie, Newsies, is on Netflix, but it's only on Netflix for the month of September. So I've been watching it incessantly. Frankly, I don't even want to watch it anymore. I'm just watching it so much so that when it leaves Netflix, I'm not like, man, I really want to watch Newsies right now. And then it's like, I cannot seize that day because that day has gone. Anyway, and also I discovered that Bring It On is a musical, and it's a pretty good musical. And so I've just been playing this music so loud and so frequently, and I sing to it, and he is fine with it. He doesn't join in yet. That's something we're working on. I'm trying to teach him how to sing. But he just puts up with it and takes it in stride so well. I really think you'd be proud of your nephew. He looks like a panther. Turns out he gets really freaked out when I don't shave my legs. Let's just say I just went a few weeks. And so I had gone a few weeks without shaving my legs, and I noticed that he gets a little freaked out. Like he didn't want to walk up onto my lap when I was feeding him because he was a little bit freaked out by the hair on my legs, which is not an expected quality in an animal, but there we have it. So what are you gonna do? I just love everything about this cat. Okay. He loves Chinese food. So I'd gotten Chinese food, and I found out that he loves Chinese food. Anytime that I ate it, and I made it last for like 3 dinners, and anytime that I ate it, he would get real close to me without any other incentive, in ways that he just absolutely won't otherwise. So, boy loves Chinese food. Good to know. Are you gonna jump on the desk? He's gonna do it. Oh my gosh, this is the first time. Oh, he fell a little bit. Are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? He's fine. He's a cat. He's fine. That was the first time he tried to jump on my desk. I'm gonna have to find a different place to put my water cups. I can't put him on the floor. He'll drink out of them. So, and like, I love him, but I don't want to swap spit with the guy. He loves nature and the outdoors. One of his favorite things to do when he's not being active is to just sit in the window and just stare at the outdoors. And I eventually would like to train him to be an indoor-outdoor cat, because I think that would just make him really happy, and he's also really high energy and needs to be out there engaging in nature and walking and hiking and whatever cats do outside. He doesn't do drugs. This is something that I love about him, and is also kind of weird because I have catnip to try and like entice him to use his scratching posts, and whenever I try and like give it to him, or like, he doesn't really seem to be that enticed by it, which frankly I'm okay with, because I'm like, bro, drugs not hugs. hugs, not drugs. And I would love to hug him. So hopefully that means we're on a good path there. Oh, I think one of the other cats is outside because he's like cat loafing by the door. Oh my gosh, he's so beautiful. But he loves laughter. So obviously, like for my program, I have to watch a lot of things, a lot of TV shows. And fun fact about sitcoms that you, at least that I didn't really cognitively recognize until I got this cat, is a lot of them are filled with like intense conversation and yelling, which is done for comedic effect, but it always kind of like freaked him out. But I had to watch Lizzie Bennett Diaries for a presentation for one of my classes, and that's just a much gentler conversation filled with really authentic laughter. And he actually really enjoyed that and actually came up on my bed a little bit during that. So he just loves laughter and loves happy things and is a very happy cat. Again, tangent to that, he brings a lot of laughter into my life because he's just such a silly little dude. He chased his tail the other day. He also loves playing with Easter eggs. Like, I mean, yeah, I've got some toys for him and he'll play with those, but like I'm pretty sure one time like I watched him for an hour just playing with an Easter egg and just like batting it around the floor, and he just loves it and just makes me laugh and smile so much. He has a very strong moral compass. He knows what is right and what is wrong. I don't know how to articulate this. I can just tell. Also, the fact that he hasn't peed on my floor once, I think he just knows that that is morally incorrect. Good job, Pawnee. He's very passionate. Once he like, because sometimes, so like I have this feather on the string, right? And we also have this like, it's like a circle with like a ball in it that he can like push around, and then in the middle is cardboard for him to scratch. And sometimes he can't, like I flick the feather over towards it and he can't decide which one he wants to play with. But boy, let me tell you, once he makes a decision, he sticks with it and he just goes hard, like hard, and just plays the crap out of it. Yeah, that made sense. And I just love how passionate he is. He's always there for me, even though he doesn't really like it when I hug him. And I know this because he hasn't let me hug him. But I mean, he's always here, and I know like he's always going to be right there by the radiator, just all curled up, or he's going to be on the box in the sunlight, or he's going to be under my desk loafing it up. He is very consistent, and I appreciate that I can always rely on him for that. And I'm very excited to see how our relationship develops and how he's going to be there for me in new and unexpected ways. He's very active, and I love that. It's a little hard to have an active cat when you're not home all the time to play with them, but I just love how active he is and how much he loves exercise and running around and all that jazz. It's very inspiring. Like, I'm about to go on a run as soon as I'm done recording this because I'm just like, man, I gotta be able to keep up with my cat. What are you gonna do? My friend's girlfriend literally cries about cats every single day. She loves them so much. And she, like, the two of them came over to meet Pawnee the other day, and her name's Amelia. She literally, like, they were only here for an hour. She literally cried about him 3 times. Just in thinking about how this was the first time he had a home. And we had this Cinematheque last night, and my goal was to like say something about how like this is the first time Pawnee has ever been pet by a human being, and then record her crying about it. But she ended up getting a migraine, so they had to leave, so I didn't get that footage. But like literally, he's so cute and precious that my friend cries about it. Look at all these tangented things. He's very photogenic. Like, he is 100% a black cat. Like, 100% black. There's no white on him at all, or dark brown or anything. And he's adorable. We have our own form of communication. I'm actually starting to learn his meows when he's missing his life as a stray and outdoor cat. I know when he's hungry. I know when he just has a lot of energy and wants to play. And then also he's starting to understand me, and like when I go over here to do these things, he knows what I'm doing. And so we're developing our own form of communication, and sometimes I meow at him and he looks at me. So I think I'm learning how to speak cat. Oh my gosh, he actually just walked towards me. Okay, now he's back to ignoring me. That's fine. I'm used to that. He gets very weirded out when I wear this cow hat Mom sent me for my birthday. Moo! Wrong way, wrong way. Eat more chicken. My hair's in a bun, so it's not staying on super well. He just, in general, inspires me to be so much better. Like whenever I get frustrated with work, he's just a really tangible thing that I can think about. Because I mean, obviously, like I need to work because I need to pay for school. But he's just a really tangible thing that I can think about of like, think about, like whenever work is stressing me out, it's just like, think about how much he loves his wet food, right? And it's like, you need to be able to do this so you can provide for him. And you know, and just inspires me to be better. Like I'm about to go on a run because I'm just like, man, I have an active cat. I should like be active to match that. And perhaps it is very silly, but it's the way that it is. I think the most wonderful thing, and perhaps which is the reason why I love him so much, is every single one of those items can be applied to you as well. As my sister, I'm just so deeply inspired by you and everything that you're doing, and there are just so many wonderful things about you that really I could go on longer, and there are probably ones that are more relevant to you that are not relevant to my cat. but, but I think that is why I love him so much, is in a lot of ways he does remind me of you, and I'm really excited for you to get to meet him one day, and I hope you just have a lovely birthday, and that Mr. Zachary has a lot of fun things planned for you, and I hope you feel blessed and loved because you are, and I love you so much. I can't wait to see you soon. It wouldn't be a video for me without a random like your Pounce is adorable, but you're gonna make a terrible hunter if you always wait for a thing to stop moving.